whether it's this product or your next product, something that you have to keep in mind, let's fix this really quickly. But something that you have to keep in mind is that you have to make optimizations, and you never stop making optimizations on your product, right? So it's like doing one set of new images, doing one set of different infographics, or changing the main image once. That doesn't justify whether it's a good product or not. So it's like you take this $1,500 loss and you're like, well, should I reorder? It's like, well, in my head, no, I wouldn't reorder. But then at the same time, like, you didn't really give yourself a fair shot at whether this is even a good product or not. Was a good, Chief. Good to see you, bro. Good to see everybody up in the live right now. So yeah, I don't know. I think that for me, I think that Amazon is easy. I've also been doing it for 7 years. Is it easy to start a successful business? No, by no means am I saying that. This isn't some get rich quick scheme. But like, I think the steps are simple, but you have to do the steps in order to make it happen. I know people who they were struggling in the beginning, and then they start continuously making optimizations, improving on things, improving on things, improving on things. They're almost like a mad scientist when it comes to Amazon, and you're just trying different things, and you're just doing everything ethically possible to make this product work. Those are the people that I see who are the most successful doing this. Do you still launch products where Chinese sellers are dominating as top sellers? I sell all the products that I sell, and there's Chinese competitors. He told me that I need to add more in-home lifestyle pics, but I'm getting lots of sales right now. You could always test it. I don't believe in like full just lifestyle images. If that's what he's telling you, I completely disagree with that. I think if you take a lifestyle image, you should make it into an infographic. We're visual creatures. We want to see things. Not everyone will be successful on the first product. Yeah, I 100% agree with it. So it depends. Like if he's just saying lifestyle images, I don't agree with that. If he's saying lifestyle images turned into infographics, it's always worth testing, because you may be getting a lot of sales now, but you can always improve. There's not like a ceiling per se on like how much you can increase your conversion rate and stuff. Can you describe private label? Take generic products like this from a manufacturer, find ways to differentiate them, make them your own. No, TikTok, this is not my product. I'm not promoting this product. I'm just using an example. And then you brand them as your own, and you sell them on Amazon. You don't just go launch generic products and click copy and paste on what everybody else is doing. I very much so do not agree with that. You always want to add value into the market. It's kind of an interesting thing. I guess like if you don't know, you don't know. I can't claim like I've always known all of these things about Amazon, because it was a learning process. But it always trips me out when like people, like from the dawn of time, every company that's been great made something better. And then people think like, I want a great company, but I'm going to make something subpar, and it's going to be like everything else that everybody else already sells. It's like, that's never been the winning formula to be successful in any business, but somehow you're going to take that approach. Doesn't make too much sense. What up, Georgios? Infographics in a video. Yeah, infographics in a video are really important. Do you have a video on metrics you set on Helium-10 when starting product research? Yeah, on my YT channel, James, and on my TikTok. I post so many TikToks that you can actually easily find it in my product research tab on my profile. And then in terms of if you want an easier way to find it, we have the, the YT videos. I have things that I want to talk about that are so off topic. Let's stay on topic. Maybe we'll talk about it at the end of the live. Not just lifestyle, but with all of it, like you said, my CTR is like 0.7 average. I think that's good. I think if you can get it to 1%, that's even better. But yeah, I disagree. I mean, the infographics aren't going to change your CTR. CTR is affected by main image, price, reviews, title. Those are the only 4 levers that influence CTR. If you were on your 6th or 7th reorder, what should your tacos and ACOS look like? Tacos maybe like sub 12%. I would say tacos sub 15%. With advertising cost per clicks increasing, I think that if you're at a 15% tacos, that's a really healthy level still. Heck yeah, I'll subscribe. I appreciate you, James. Let's go. Yeah, my main image is ChatGPT. That's why it's not over 1. Hey, man. I mean, honestly, props to you. I'm not really big on AI. I think it's going to get there one day, by the way. So just want to clarify that. But that being said, I don't think it's quite there. I have seen some people do pretty well with AI. Oh man, I don't even know if we should talk about this, but maybe I'll talk about it. ACOS, net profit after PPC. No, ACOS stands for advertising cost of sale. That's going to be your ad spend divided by your ad sales. And then you have TACOS, which is total advertising cost of sale. This guy just asked a question and now it makes me a little bit curious. I blocked this buster. I have to find our DMs. Does it not show me people who I blocked in my DMs? Let me see. Maybe we don't even spend time on that. No, I don't think it does, at least not on my desktop. Oh well. What's up with AMZ Unk? What's his issue with you? He's just a buster, bro. That dude used to be a meat rider. He was like, I wish I still had the DMs because I'd love to make that video. It was on his old account. My old account was riding me hard. And then we just started getting into it. And then, why? Did he make a new video about me? You have to go to settings and then see. No, on my phone I can see people that I've blocked. Because we DM'd not too long ago. But for some reason it doesn't show on my desktop. You don't make, how much is the mentorship? It's $3,000 and $5,000. We have 2 packages. Price is going up in about 2 weeks because we're making a really big announcement. But you don't make ads with music. The primary ads for Amazon is PPC, pay per click, and you're bidding on keywords. Hamid, why do you ask, bro? I'm curious. Was there a new video made? I think it would actually be really fun to watch it on live, but I think I have him blocked. Or not I think, I know I have him blocked. Because last time he made a video about me, we watched it all together on the live. Yeah, I can't find it. Unfortunately. Oh, wait, here it is. Let's see, how do I unblock? Unblock. And let's see if I'm the talk of the town. Oh no. I'm assuming this was just an old video that you're referring to. Back to blocked. He just talks a lot instead of focusing on his business, brings too much negative energy. Yeah, bro, I agree. I 100% agree. He also acts like a holier than thou, like, creator. Meanwhile, bro bats like 10%, number one, number two. Um, just spews negativity, bro. Like, I've never, like, first of all, you clearly are not that successful on Amazon if you still work a regular job. Now, that's no diss to somebody who's getting started and works a regular job, but like, don't claim that you're like this top percentile seller when you still clock into a boss, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's number one. And then number two, um, I don't understand. Like, nobody in the Amazon, like, people, a lot of Amazon sellers like know each other, right? Like, when I go to Amazon conferences, big Amazon sellers know who I am. Nobody knows who this guy is. Meanwhile, he thinks that he's the one who knows everything about Amazon. Like, bro, I'm an Amazon ads affiliate, Amazon ads partner. Amazon themselves contacted me to partner up with them. Like, I'd say that adds some credibility to me. But let's not talk about negativity. Let's answer all of your beautiful questions. How many answered that? You're talking about noob? Nah, we're not even going to spend time. Well, we won't spend any more time on that, man. How do you deal with copyright infringements and private label? Contact brand registry. Hey, brother, I see many of your videos. I help other growing. I'm good, Aziz. Thanks, bro. I am good. Is it the Vladdy guy? No, I am going to make a video about him. I've just been so busy getting ready for this trip, getting some last minute things done. Want to make a video because my product is higher quality by far. It's so hard getting across in the pics. Yeah, videos can really help, man. Hey, my boy Jaff, let's go, Jaff. I was talking to my video editor today. I can actually send you this video right now. Hold on. My video editor is a G, bro. So, like, me and Jaff recorded a podcast that'll be coming out in a few weeks, y'all. Let me send this to you, Jeff. Hopefully you have access to it. But like, because we did two camera angles, and he had a take on it, like on what to do that I actually really, really liked. I didn't even think about this. I'm sure this is like a standard thing, but I'm not a video editor, so I didn't think about it. I just sent you the. This is him explaining it to me, Jeff. It's not an example, so just watch that. It's like 3 minutes. Anyways, I've heard people getting ungated for products using random invoices. Thoughts on this? That's how you get your Amazon account suspended. Is new still blocked? No, I don't think so. I think I unblocked him. Not me, man. I genuinely appreciate what this guy did for me last evening. Here to learn. Banana, good to see you, bro. Banana, I'm going to make a video about you. I don't know if you're still in the live, but I'm going to make a video about you if you don't mind, bro. In a good way. But yeah, dude, that was a wild story. God's plan, brother. You can't stop God's plan. This is God's plan, homie. It ain't mine. And God had a plan for you. I know all too well, theoretically, getting in bed with a bad seed. You know what I'm saying? Doing business with somebody that you shouldn't have done business with, and things like that. And like, I have too many stories. We're here to talk about Amazon, but I have a whole list of stories that I won't share necessarily today. Some people know the stories, but just like, you think, oh man, this didn't work out, or like this, you know, I wanted this to work, but it's God's plan that it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? What up, Rihan? Also, your PPC YT video was on point. I appreciate that, Chief. Let's go, baby. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the new YT video, make sure you check it out. It's on Amazon's PPC. I like that, James. I 100% agree, bro. I 100% agree. I actually pulled it up. If you can, all things are possible for one who believes. That's big facts, brother. Big facts. So, you know, here's the thing. Like, I've had a lot of bad things happen in my life, but I don't look at it as like, oh, woe is me, boo hoo, wah, wah, wah. It's been a blessing, like it's a blessing in disguise. It doesn't feel like that in the moment, but when you look back on it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, hindsight is, or what is the saying? I forget, but something about hindsight. You realize that it's everything does happen for a reason, man. Whether you believe in God or whether you think it's like butterfly effect or whatever you think, I do think everything happens for a reason. Um, Hindsight is 2020. There we go. Thanks. Hey, is it normal for higher ticket items to have lower referral fees? No, referral fee is a percentage based. So it's not based on a high ticket item. So it's based on category. So like if you have two products, one is $100, one is $10, your referral fee is going to be 15% if that product is in like home and kitchen. So your referral fee for the home and kitchen or the $100 product would be $15, and then it would be $1.50 for the $10 product. Now, if you have a new Amazon account and applied for like the new incentives that Amazon offers, they avoid or lower some of the referral fees. So many ecom people really preach and thank God. So I've noticed. Interesting that you've noticed that. I'm sure there's a lot out there, but I've noticed the opposite. Like, and I've made videos about this. Like, I saw a video from somebody who was like, get out of here with that Jesus stuff. Like, it was, I don't, number one, I don't believe in that, which, to each their own. And then was saying, like, this had nothing to do with like God or anything like that. It was my hard work. And I was like, oh, that's dangerous waters there, brother. I made a video about that not a few months ago because like I disagree. I think everything, like, obviously, like, hard work has to do with it. You don't just like pray and do nothing and like achieve the success that you want. But at the same time, like, nothing that I have is truly mine. Like, everything was given to me by God. Again, not this like new age manifestation nonsense. Oh, just write it down in a journal and do nothing and you'll just manifest it. No, you got to work hard. But like, God's plan for putting the people in my life who helped me on this journey, God's plan for, flicking a switch in my head to understand that I had to work hard and all of these things. What up, Danny? Changed your profile picture back. I don't have a new account, but I'm in a specific category that's only charging me $24.60. I mean, that's a high referral fee, bro. It's most likely 20 or 15% of whatever your selling price is. So like, what's your selling price, Rihan? True. Hey, user X, my guy, good to see you, brother. Leah, what's good? How you doing? It's back to the normal profile picture. I like it. Yeah, I know. So what? 220 times 0.15, 33. So you're getting you actually have a lower referral fee than you should. It should be $33. So that's good. Maybe you're getting some kind of incentives or something like that, or maybe Amazon made a mistake. I don't know. But either way, that's a W. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Sorry, just messaging my video editor. Out of the people I know so far with successful businesses, none of them are self-made. All had mentors or good staff. Yeah, man. I mean, like I don't know. I don't know if I should say this. But like the person that I know who made that video, like they got carried to the position that they were in, and then they try to act like I did this on my own. Like it would be pretty silly for me to be like, I'm self-made. I did it all by myself. Like, well, what about like my cousins? What about like the people that I learned Amazon from? What about people like my mom who like supported me in all of these things? Um, like, nah, man, God, like I got here because there was a plan, and I don't believe in self-made because I 100% agree with you. Like again, you have to be the one to put in the work. Like nobody's coming to save you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be the one to put in the work. But there's going to be amazing people out there who, and there's also going to be some not so amazing people, but there's going to be amazing people out there who are going to help you and lead you to certain, whether it's like unlocking a new mindset or teaching you something. I don't like, I mean, even look at someone like Steve Jobs. Okay, Steve Jobs, self-made, RIP, by the way. You could think that. But like, what about the amazing engineer? He didn't make the MacBook, but he had people around him who made the Mac. Without Steve Wozniak, there is no Steve Jobs. Like to say that, oh, but even he was self-made. It's like, no, not really. That doesn't discredit the work that he did, and that doesn't discredit the success that he had. I think Steve Jobs is the the best, or at least top three best entrepreneurs who's ever walked this planet. Hence why one of the three books that I have on my shelf is the Steve Jobs biography. I look up to him in a sense. But yeah, he had great people around him to create a great company. You know what I'm saying? You you have to be. You also have to be like humble. I think not everybody is. Not even saying I'm the most humble person because I don't think that's very humble. But like you kind of have to recognize why you're in the position that you're in. I've been trying YouTube automation, but it's not going well. Why is it not going well, and how long have you been doing it? Something that I've learned about content is it has ebbs and flows. Number one, number two, like you just got to keep going at it. Because I know somebody who does YT automation. I don't know if this is considered YT automation, but it's essentially like it's like not their own videos, and they take other people's videos, kind of like clipping and maybe automation at the same time, and they have editors and stuff like that. Um, it took them a long time to get monetized, like a long time. If you've been doing it for 1-2 months, like that's not nearly enough time. Hey, what's up, Bella? What would be your one piece of advice for new private label sellers? It's a boring piece of advice, and we kind of talked about this yesterday. Like, there's not this magic thing that like one seller knows that other sellers don't know, and that's why they're successful and others are not. But the one piece of advice is stick to the fundamentals. I'm going to make a video about this. Let me write that in my notes. You inspired me. I have a whole notepad of TikTok video ideas. And I just go down the list. Probably have like 400 notes here. So let's just do this before we explain it. Stick to the fundamentals. Oh my gosh, I did not spell fundamentals right. Okay, there we go. So it's not flashy. And this is where it comes into, like, if you've heard people talking about like Amazon is boring. It is to an extent. I enjoy it. I don't get bored of it. But what I mean is, like, it's very like rinse and repeat. Very analytical. The fundamentals are launching a good product, having a good differentiator, having good profit margins, having a good review and launch strategy, and having a good PPC strategy. And then also throwing in a seventh one, understanding how to read your metrics so that you can make the proper optimizations that you would need. That's my one piece of advice, because there's so many people who don't stick to the fundamentals. What's a good ratio between organic and sponsored sales? On an established product, you would want majority of your sales to come from organic traffic. I love that you talk about success in general and life, not just Amazon and money. Love your lives. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, cool thing about it being my lives is, I could care less. I mean, let me phrase this right. I appreciate everybody who's always tuning into the lives, but I could care less about the views. You know what I'm saying? That's not why I do this. I could very easily optimize the lives to have 50, 60, 70 people. I know how social media works, but I don't want to fall into that game. I do things because I enjoy it. And I enjoy talking about other things sometimes, and not this live, but sometimes we'll sit and talk about travels or some of my old devices for 30 minutes on a live, and it's just real. I have a problem. It's hard for me to find like source like videos to make shorts motivational. I mean, there's so many out there. Your best bet would be like podcasts, Leah. So many gems in podcasts. Did you always do private label? Yeah, started with private label, still do private label. The metrics are the hardest to wrap your head around, I feel. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a factual statement. But again, so many things that I talk about in business and Amazon is like a double-edged sword. It's the hardest thing to wrap your head around, but just like anything in life, like with practice and doing it, like it becomes much simpler. Right now, time invested in the game is going to be the biggest factor into this. And just kind of rinsing and repeating. How long do you rely on PPC before switching to relying more on organic sales? That's not how it works, Jay. You don't switch. There's no like switch. There's no day where I'm like, okay, now's the time where I'm going to spend less on PPC. The switch happens automatically when your organic rank increases and your conversion rate increases. I don't drop my PPC budgets. You just end up becoming less reliant on PPC because more of your sales are coming from organic traffic, and that only happens when you increase your organic rank on Amazon. Does that make sense? Any tips for product research other than the basic criteria? Like, how do you actually search? I have videos on product research. I have a whole tab on product research on my TikTok profile. I have YT videos on product research as well. I go over all the methods. I go over how to analyze products, all that good stuff. How was your first ever product launch? It was a success. I don't have those exciting stories where I failed 9 times and my next product was successful. Like I was very blessed, and my first product was successful. Now I did have failed products after that, but thought I found a gem today. Turned out the dimensions were huge and the weight was 110 pounds. That's nuts. Is that a typo or is it 110 pounds? What is one thing you wish you knew sooner? Uh, I don't. Off the top of my head, I don't know if there's one thing that I wish I knew sooner. Like, I think that I've had a beautiful journey, and I think that everything happens like, Godspeed. And like, I was meant to know the things that I did at the time that I learned them. You know what I'm saying? If I had to say one thing, it was to be like less emotional in business and just less emotional when things go wrong. Something that I've adopted is if like something catastrophic happens in business, I'm still human. I'm not a robot, so I give myself a day to sulk about it. But at the same time, like you have to be solution oriented, and it's like, okay, this sucks that it happened, but like what are the steps to fix it? What are the steps to do better? Not sit there and just be like, oh my gosh, woe is me, things are going wrong. Like I said, we're human, so I think giving yourself a day is totally all right. But then outside of that, like what are your next steps? I made a video about this recently, and when I started, I wasn't emotional like noob, but I did have like these big swings where I was like, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. I was like the Chicken Little of Amazon, and that wasn't productive for me. Um, but still, like I said, Godspeed. I learned everything when I needed to learn it. So I have a story about that I've told before, but I can tell you guys again for those who don't know it. Impressive, bro. You must have did your research. I had great mentors, brother. Yeah, I had great mentors. 110 pounds, no typo, left me with 7% profit. I wouldn't even want to sell a product that was 110 pounds. I think that's nuts. Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. Desi, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Everybody, make sure that you are following the page if you're not already. The numbers looked amazing until I did a deep dive. Yeah, it's good that you check the numbers though, man. You're thinking analytically. How did it feel to hit the first milli? This was an interesting one for me because like I'd be lying if I said that it didn't feel great. But at the same time, like I saw it coming. Like it wasn't like a surprise. You know what I mean? As you're growing, as you're growing, as you're growing. And it was great. And this is maybe like a bad trait to have because I am always grateful for where I'm at in my journey. But like, you get to, you think like, okay, if I just hit 10K, I'll be happy and kind of coast. And then you hit 10K and you're like, okay, well now let me just hit 20K. Like it's like a game. It's like almost like a slot machine. Like you just keep going, you keep going, you get a dopamine hit every next spin, every next achievement. Um, and so like cool, yes. Saw it on the horizon, yes. I'm more so like by that time I was more so addicted to the game than I was addicted to the results, which I think every entrepreneur should adopt. Um, because if you don't love the game, and you hear Gary Vee talk about this, if you don't love the game, then the game becomes hard, right? Like, I loved Call of Duty growing up. That was my game. And Pokemon. I'm a nerd. I was a nerd. I still kind of am a nerd. If I didn't love playing the game, I would have put the game down, right? Maybe I didn't have a good match, or maybe I didn't beat the game when I wanted to beat it, or maybe I didn't catch a certain Pokemon. This is a really silly and nerdy analogy. Or maybe I didn't catch a certain Pokemon that I really wanted, but I just loved the game. It wasn't like result driven. And I think that when you adopt that in business, that business becomes fun, really fun. Um, so yeah, now I kind of just carry that over to everything. I have to go. It's 1:30 in my country, but I love your live, so I wanted to join for a bit. I appreciate the support. Realistically, if you can do 10K on a launch, could you hit 100K in the third order? It depends on the market. I would say yes, but it also depends on how much inventory you have. If you have the inventory for 100K, then yes, I think that's possible and not like a super far out idea. This is my third cup of tea today, in case anyone was wondering. FB, thank you for sharing the live, brother. I appreciate you. I always appreciate the support. Bro, hard time in the business early in the month, so people got bills, buying gifts for the holidays. Leads are coming in slow. Show, first off, good to see you, my guy. I'm going to say that I hope what I'm about to say doesn't come off in the wrong way, because obviously I want to see you have all the success, brother. But you're also very young. I think it's good for you to see this now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to learn that it's not always on the up and up. Now, as long as like year over year, you're seeing an upwards trajectory, I think that's good. But like, to give you some perspective, in October of this year, in terms of like percentage growth, I probably had one of the worst months that I've ever had in the 7 years that I've been doing business. Is it unfortunate? And this is like across all businesses, by the way. Is it unfortunate? Yes. Do you kind of have to roll with the punches and just learn like, okay, like this isn't permanent. This isn't a reflection on my work or anything like that. And then that's where I think the book, the 10X rule, comes in, because sometimes maybe during those times you just have to have a bigger output. But yeah, this is probably like, I don't know. I don't know too many people who do that business that you're doing, but I would guess that historically December is not a good month. For Amazon, great month. But then for that, maybe it's not people's priority. Like, you have traveling happening. You obviously have, bills the beginning of the month. You have people buying gifts, and it's like, okay, do I get my car detailed, or am I going to go get these gifts? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think that it's the wildest thing. Like, for example, I'm getting ready to travel. I usually get my car wash every week. I did not wash my car this week because I was like, my car's just going to be sitting. You know what I'm saying? So, with those three things, holidays, travel, I wouldn't even, maybe I'd say those two things. I wouldn't chalk it up to bills. But actually, the combination, bills and holidays, I think when people have an X amount of expenses, you kind of have to sit and decide, okay, like, what is worth paying for this month? You know what I mean? So don't be discouraged, brother. Definitely keep the output on the up and up and go from there. How you feeling? You leave tomorrow, right? I am feeling... Today I felt the best that I felt. But I'm still a little sick. It's really the worst in the mornings and at night. But yeah, I leave tomorrow. This is going to be the last live like this for a minute. Yeah, detailing is better in the summer or not now. I feel that. Question: what does it mean when you have sold one product but your product hasn't reached Amazon's warehouse? They essentially make your product available earlier than it's actually really available. And so people are able to buy it technically. It's just going to have a longer ship date. My thought, what's your typical month over month growth? Oh man, it really depends. I really look at year over year growth more so than I do like month over month. I'd say year over year, anywhere from like 25 to 40 or 20 to 40%. Month over month, we have ebbs and flows. Like sometimes we'll see an insane growth, but it also, because of the nature of the business, like it depends. Like we have some products that do really well in fall, Q4, and like springtime. So then, like looking at month over month growth in like February and January and March, which are historically like lower months, when you look at like the average, it kind of brings that average down. But then year over year, everything kind of balances out. My thought process was if I waited till when it was hotter to start, the money I would have made till then would be effectively gone forever. Are you saying if you waited? Yeah, you should never wait for it to start a business. Do you have PPF coating on your car? Not on the car that I have right now. Like I said, guys, I drive a regular car. Sometimes we'll get it detailed, but I run that thing through the automatic car wash. I don't care enough about that car. What do you think about Printify and selling products on TikTok Shop? Like print on demand? I think just like any business, you can make it work. Is it my forte? No. Um, so yeah, I think any business you can make work if you have the right strategy and stuff like that. I think if you were gonna do like something clothing, I think print on demand is the best. So you don't have to do like all this inventory nonsense. I'm saying if I start the business now, I'll end. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that, show. Oh, end of my life. Wait, what? Yeah, what do you mean by that, bro? Gonna have to clarify that one for me. Exactly. Caught me off guard too. Yeah, that sounds like scary, bro. I'm assuming that's not what you're saying. But yeah. Um no, bro. Yeah, I figured that's not what you were saying, bro. But yeah, I didn't understand it. Read it slow. Okay, let's try reading it slow. I'm saying if I start business now, I'll the end. I'm like, nope, still doesn't hit. You up and now, Luke? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just like kind of chilling today. Yesterday I was more high energy. Today I'm just coasting right now. Mitchell, thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate you. End of what? Have to jump off. We'll DM you. Watching the viz. Likely will do mentorship. Enjoy your trip. Nice, Banana. Yeah, Banana, message me, bro, because you definitely want to get in before the second week of December. Because after that, we're making a huge change and the price is increasing. If you join now, you'll be locked in, grandfathered in. And so, like these next 2 weeks are going to be the best time to lock in the program. I mean, it's always going to be a good time, but if you don't want to pay as much, it's definitely the best time. But yeah, God bless you, brother. Like I said, super happy that you joined the live yesterday because I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna start it. I literally saved somebody 100 grand. Thank you for the gift, bro. But please, y'all do not have to send me gifts. I've never withdrawn a single penny from TikTok, so save your money. Did you enroll your product on Amazon Vine right away or waited a couple months? I did it right away. Perfect. Thanks again, my man. Of course, brother. Of course, I got you. I got you. Also, posted some gem videos on the TikTok. Last video. Amazon sellers who make 100K a month versus the ones who make 10K a month. If you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it. We talked about it on a live a few days ago, I think. But understanding like where the sales are coming from, um, understanding where the sales are coming from is going to be key in order for you to get the sales. It's like, okay, you got a treasure map, right? And you understand where the treasure is and how to get to there. That's much easier than understanding that there is a treasure, but not having a map, not knowing where it is, not having any clues, and just kind of free balling it. You're just like, all right, I'm going to walk around and hopefully at some point I find the treasure. That does not sound like a good strategy. Having a map, a roadmap, that sounds like a good strategy to actually achieve those sales and get that treasure. So make sure y'all go check that out. And the YT video that I posted this week. It's a gem, if I do say so myself. And Lost, thank you for sharing the live, bro. Appreciate you. This might be a shorter one. I don't think we've been at it for an hour, but shameless plug, been answering everybody's questions. Shameless plug. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass. Side note, I post so much free content, you guys. Like, it's an endless amount of free content on my TikTok. But you can see everything that's included in the AMZ Masterclass. And then if you were interested, yes, I want to apply, you go through this very quick questionnaire. And then at the end, you're prompted to book a call with my team. Does the mentorship only focus on AMZ or TikTok shop as well? It is primarily 99% Amazon. In our weekly coaching calls, we talk about other platforms. And then I set this up in 2023, I believe. We have a very small TikTok shop section just because like that was like prime TikTok shop and we did talk about it. So again, 99% Amazon, but I do have a TikTok shop section there. We talk about things like live shopping. We talk about things like Shopify and all of that good stuff. How many times can you do Vine for one single product for 30 reviews each? One time. One time you get Vine, those 30 Vine reviews. But on that note, everybody, probably the last live for like a little over a week, like week and a half. I'm sure I'll do small little one-offs, check in, but it won't be like hour-long lives like this. I am going to go on a vacation, and I kind of want to just go reset. I appreciate the feedback, bro. I knew this would never be easy. You're a hustler, brother. You're doing it earlier than I did it, and I know that you're gonna at some be successful. I can't guarantee success to anybody, but your mindset, and I know that you're not the type of person who would quit. I can see that, God willing, for you. Safe travels, brother. Enjoy your trip. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Have fun. Thank you, guys and gals. I appreciate it. Who knows? Maybe I go live in the morning tomorrow before I head out, but very unlikely because I still haven't packed or done anything to get ready for the trip because I wait till the last minute for stuff like that because I'm a guy and I don't need days to pack. So we'll see. But yeah, like I said, I'll do some one-off lives, 10 minutes, 20 minutes here and there. But I'm going to be chilling. No reason to pack early. That's what I'm saying, bro. You just pat like, well, I got my little list of what I need, throw everything in the suitcase, and good to go. And I'm a simple man. Um, what do I have to pack? Shorts, a couple nice outfits, same black t-shirts, and jerseys. Your boy bought some more jerseys yesterday. We increased the collection, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. I think I have the I think I have a sicker jersey collection than most NBA teams. um, so you already know. You guys will see them on some of the travel videos. How to do scale with time, brother. Just rinse and repeat. What positions do they play? I don't know. I only know point guard, bro. I couldn't tell you. I don't even know all the 90% of the players who I have on the jerseys. I don't watch basketball. The guy at the jersey shop yesterday was like, what was he saying? He's like, oh, we're doing, buy one, get one 50% off. And, I look behind me. He's like, you can get a bigger discount on if you get some more jerseys. And I looked behind me at the rack. I was like, honestly, bro, I have most of the jerseys you guys have on the rack right now. And then he's like, he's like, oh, you just a collector or what? I was like, I laughed. I was like, honestly, bro, I just like them for the colors. I was like, when I grew up, I liked the Lakers, but yeah, I don't watch basketball anymore. And he had a laugh. You gotta get last question. How long does it for a forwarder one to get back to you with a quote? Bro, use the AMZ Masterclass freight forwarder, not forwarder one. You got to get some custom Luke jerseys. I do have a custom one. My buddy made it for me. I like the colors, but I don't love wearing it just because of it says Basha on the back, the number 7, because that's my favorite number. But then the reason I don't love it is because it says CEO in the front, and I think that's a little bit pretentious, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm gonna get some custom. Maybe I drop some custom noob trader hats. Maybe I make some custom Luke Basha jerseys, huh? Give me $1 on Cash App. Hey, maybe if you do that 1,000 times and people actually do it, you got $1,000. Not a bad strategy. If you have a good product, what are the chances it sells itself versus being marketed properly? You need to market it on Amazon. So you can get organic sales, but you need to actually market the product. All right. Sorry, Huda, I gotta block you because nobody wants somebody begging in the live. God bless though. I'd buy your jersey, bro. Nice. All right, maybe I look into it. It's a little fun project. Instead of you guys can all wear my name on your back. Yeah, let's get it. All right. LB jerseys starting soon. Where did you start? In California. Started selling on Amazon private label. But God bless you all. I appreciate all of you. And I will see you all soon. Any students who are in here, I'll see you guys and gals in 16 minutes for our call. Make sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio. Remember, last 2 weeks at this price. I know you're just messing with me, Alex. See you in 15. Yes, sir, Shane. I'll see you there, brother. I do private